Let me say I've enjoyed the program thus far. And I want to start by saying congratulations to each of the students receiving scholarship awards tonight. It's certainly no small feat that you've been selected for this recognition. And in particular, that you put these applications together that so well done while you maintain the rigorous course load of studies that are attendant to law school. I also want to say hello to the members of Langston Bar Association, the oldest African American bar association in California. As a member of the younger affiliate here in California, the Charles Houston Bar Association, I bring you greetings from your colleagues in the northern half of the state. When I was asked to give just a few words and make a few observations here tonight, I jumped at the opportunity. I did so for several reasons. I wanted to be with you tonight, and in particular with you, the scholarship recipients, because I am immersed currently in a similar, that is, an experience that's similar to the one that you're actually undergoing as you deal with this new undertaking called law school. You're learning a new and exciting way to analyze and think about problems. You're doing so in a new environment, whether you're 1L, 2L, or 3L. And you're doing so with new classmates. I too find myself immersed in a new experience where I'm looking at different ways of analyzing and thinking about problems. In fact, the most interesting and complex problems that confront the residents of California today. And I'm doing so as a newly confirmed member of the California Supreme Court. And not unlike your experience, my learning is taking place in a new environment with new governing rules and with new colleagues. What my experience should signal for each of you is that you have embarked upon a profession in which you will never know it all. And once you enter the legal profession, you'll find the pace of your learning, if you can imagine this, will accelerate, but yet you will never know it all. As proof of the last statement, I cite to myself as Exhibit A. Here I am, well into my 60s, and I haven't yet reached the apex of my career. The trajectory of my learning curve has certainly taken a steep climb upward. And I'm doing this all at a time when many of my peers in other disciplines are retiring. And yet I've been blessed to have this experience, this new and amazing experience, opening a new and amazing chapter of what has been an incredibly fulfilling career. So because you'll never stop learning, you'll have the opportunity to continue to burnish the skills that you are developing now. And you will command an ever increasing and improving set of tools that will allow you to derive solutions to problems, big and small. And you will always, with that toolbox, be of assistance to those who cannot navigate the waters of the rule of law in order to vindicate their rights. Each February, we celebrate Black History Month. And in doing so, we acknowledge the contributions of African Americans, past and present, who have used their talents to pay it forward, if you will, in an effort to make life better for succeeding generations of our people. We celebrate Black History Month not to the exclusion of our Latinx brothers and sisters or members of the LGBTQ community or the Asian community, but we do so in solidarity with them. And it is not uncommon during this month to hear excerpts from speeches given by Dr. Martin Luther King, speeches that reference his dream that forecast a time of greater opportunity for the poor, for the marginalized, as well as those who by dint of racial and ethnic heritage were deprived of opportunities. As I gaze out over this cyberspace audience tonight, and I listened intently to the talents that each of the deserving law students manifest, I have to tell you, my heart is full. For you are, in fact, the realization of Dr. King's dream. You enrolled in prestigious law schools, USC, UCLA, Southwestern, Loyola. You've been imbued with wonderful intellectual gifts, and your interests, your personal interests, run the gamut from theater to poetry to modern art to open mic events to sports, including water polo and boxing and racing speedboats and March Madness. Yet what binds each of you together as a group is your commitment to achieving equity and full inclusion for all in our society. And whether your commitment is manifest through participation in Black Lives Matter or other social justice and equity movements, what matters most is that you are committed to using your skills so that others can obtain gainful employment, suitable housing, good schools for their children. So in closing, I'd be remiss if I didn't note the turbulent winds that are blowing across our country, even tonight. Those winds are evidenced by the unforgettable scene we all witnessed on January 6th at our nation's capital, where an unruly and hate-filled mob attempted to siege the Capitol in order to prevent one of the predicates of our peaceful transition of power from taking place. In that moment, and so many others that have occurred, the carnage in Charlottesville, the death of George Floyd, I ask you, I urge you, rather than become bitter or paralyzed about these turbulent winds, you need to double down. These events are evidence of just how much we need you and your talents. If we're going to fully achieve the dream that Dr. King spoke about 50 years ago, it will be because of you and the talents you bring to bear on resolving the problems that we are facing as a country, as a people. And if on your journey you get a little weary, and I have from time to time, and it will happen, or if someone dares to tell you you don't belong, and that has happened to me as well, or the moment seems just a little too big, and I've experienced that too, I submit to you for your reference a poem that I've kept with me now for over 30 years. I found it when I was trying police misconduct cases, racial violence cases for the Department of Justice and the Civil Rights Division, traveling across this country and in the Deep South, prosecuting and investigating these cases. And I found this poem. It's entitled Dream of Freedom. It has served over and over again to put me back on course, to remind me why I set out in the first instance on this journey to become a lawyer, to give back to my community, to pay it forward as a lawyer. And I'm confident it will serve you just as well. Langston Hughes wrote, Dream of Freedom. There is a dream in the land with its back against the wall. By muddled names and strains, sometimes this dream is called. There are those who claim this dream for theirs alone, a sin for which we know they must atone. For unless shared in common like sunlight and like air, the dream will die for lack of substance anywhere. The dream knows no frontier or tongue. The dream knows no class or race. The dream cannot be kept secure in any one locked place. This dream today, embattled with his back against the wall, to save the dream for one, it must be saved for all. Thank you for indulging me this evening. If I can ever be of any assistance to you, please do not hesitate to call me. I assure you, I will not be hard to find. Good luck to all of you.